I have a ton of builds I'm looking forward to in my Create Skyblock world, and I always end up needing a ton of wood. Only problem is that currently I chop wood 600 blocks away for some odd reason. So today, let's sort out my wood shortage by building up a brand new island equipped with 8 wood farms, collecting all the wood I could need. The more items I automate in this world, the more motivated I become to build new things. And if you want to see what I make in the future, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. To get ourselves started today, I will head over here to the dirt factory, which still needs an improved storage, but it's fine as long as I keep using the dirt, huh? Then we do have the metal island all the way over there, so I think we're going to go maybe out to the mangrove biome to build this next one. You know what I just thought about? I could have just used the mangrove island as a base. Yeah, that definitely would have been smarter. Wanted a little above that island, so this should be pretty good here. And we're just gonna start creating some terrain. I want to just mark out the, well, center point of this island, or well, the main attraction of the island. So I should be able to bring this just around now. With this first piece of planning for where the lumber mill will go, I want to flesh out the island surrounding it. The lumber mill is of course the centerpiece of the build, and I want to create an island for it that can house our 8 tree farms. And it's starting to look pretty good. It's also getting pretty big, and it's gonna get bigger. And I want to do some side details. And this is gonna probably take a while because there's nothing for me to stand on. Because I will have to keep on jumping down and lying up to get my details in. Wait, you know what can make this a lot easier? Water. Just because I have an elytra, it doesn't mean I have to use it. Yep, this definitely makes this a lot easier. Let's take a step back from this now. And, ooh, yeah, that's gonna look great. I am running out of dirt, so I'm heading back here to the main island anyways. But that's gonna offer way better natural transition from the grass area into the stone part. As if we're just heading over and looking at the metal island, I have a very harsh line because I was doing a very different style over here. But I'm not 100% happy with it, so I'm just experimenting a little bit. But let's just refill our dirt so that I can continue working on the terrain of the lumber island. I thought just a flat plane would be slightly uninteresting, so I want to focus on a part sticking up from what will be behind the lumber mill itself. And finishing the last dirt off. This island definitely turned out pretty big. But before we tackle the wood farms, I want to grab up a bit of dirt. Oh, well, I want to grab up a bit of grass. And then we can... we'll cross that bridge when we get there. First of all, let's just get a few of these sprinkled out throughout here. I forgot this is a swamp biome, and it doesn't only change the water color, it also changes grass. Right, that should mean that this entire island will turn into dirt, and yeah, definitely will turn into grass in not too long. Realize I said dirt a few too many times. So with the grass working, let's do some material gathering for the wood farms. Okay, found a few things that we can use, but we definitely need a few more. We need a bunch more andesite casings. Do I have any? Ooh, nice. All right, we'll see if that's enough for now. Ooh, wait, I thought that made 2. Oh, man. Okay, I need to go grab some more iron. Iron. Right, I need to fix this so that I can actually grab a lot of iron. This will at least allow us to get our chutes up. If I'm going to be able to... Yeah, redstone. So we need these together to create 8 clutches, 8 barrels. We also need something that actually spins the farm. So we need 8 mechanical bearings. And we should have everything despite the deployers and saws. Gotta wait for some redstone trees to clear up, but we will be able to craft up all of our... Okay, no, that's not gonna work. Let me just there we go. Alright, let's see. I need to craft up... This is not working out great here for me, but I need to craft up 24 brass hands. Turn these into some actual electron tubes, and that into some deployers, which I actually only need 21 of, and I made 22. Great. No, wait, I only had 1. Never mind, I lied. And along with that, I need... Let's see, that's 21 saws, and I need 32 of them. And that should be all of the resources we need for the tree farms. And well, the grass hasn't grown a lot, but I think I've been out of range, maybe? Now I've got to figure out a good way to build these. Let's see, if we place a water bucket here. Yeah, this might be a little trickier than I thought. Get some deep slate extended down, just like that. Water wheel and a clutch. Yeah, this is definitely not the most effective way for this, but it's fine. We'll figure it out eventually. We'll break that block, place a mechanical bearing, then barrel and linear chassis. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and we'll place a barrel maybe up here. Saws, deployer, no, storage interface, and then deployers up here. Very much not that way. There we go. I could maybe add in another mechanical saw here, but I'm not sure it would do a whole lot, so I'm gonna hold on with doing that. And then, you know, I don't really know why I use linear chassis. I just always have. I don't know, weird like that. So I guess all we've got to do now is build up a few more. Three farms now built, I decided to duplicate myself 5 times and squash out the remaining 5 as they are all the same and I want to move on to the next part of this project. Quickly just crafted up a few items in the storage warehouse. And we can continue working, and this island is getting darker and darker. Not so sure I'm happy about the grass color. It's fine, we'll fix it. For now, I want to get these farms pretty much up and operational. And to do this, I need to fix the bottom of the lumber mill. And I want to start us off right down here with some encased chain drives. And then we start building here. Ooh, tropical fish. This part over here. I know this doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but it should hopefully start doing it soon. These chain drives here are going to power some of our encased fans, which will get our items up into the storage. These belts right here are going to be feeding the what will want to set of the barrels. We're gonna need some chutes. And the side funnels leading into that. And now we need a central line. Or at least get a few more encased chain drives in first. Because we have a lot of things to power. These look awfully similar to these down here. Because, well, we're gonna have another set of fans. Yeah, this is a mess. Now what we do right over here is where we're gonna have our input line. That's gonna go into this belt right here, which will go across. This will go pretty far, and then here we can swap out something like that. And I think, yes, I do have list filters on me. That's perfect. And our brass funnels obviously go here because we need to sort what goes where. Stripped logistics sorted. Let's get that top layer in for the normal logs. Just bringing some chutes up here, and then chutes on top of this. No, not, well, actually there too, but here. Add in some filters, and I'm just finishing the top up here now with some barrels for the actual storage. Next thing I need to do technically is, well, hook up the individual wood farms into the storage and also figure out how I'm going to store apples, sticks, and saplings. But it's a future problem. But I can't quite hook that up right now because, well, I need to get the island in. And I've got this material checklist here. And just like I did with the metal island, I've got it pre-planned with a schematic cannon. So we just got to do a bit of material gathering. First up on this list, I want to see how much tuff I have. And I think, yeah, we have a box up here. Problem is, I need over double that. Okay. Guess I'll be back here in a little bit, as I've got a few other stops. Should be able to just do andesite funnel in right here. Yeah, there we go. Build up 7 boxes of cobblestone here, which I'm hoping will be enough. And I need to smelt up 4.5 of these. This here should be 120 stacks, maybe a little more, hopefully. Hoping I have some... I do have some basalt stored up. Nice. And how is it that we make deep slate? So 2 basalt into 4. and I need 20. Grab up a bit of cobblestone and some deep slate. Okay, that is actually looking pretty good. And all we're missing is 70 stacks of tuff, and I have 27. So another 2 boxes then. Time to go stand over at the metal farm and wait, I guess. And build these 2 boxes up, so guess I'll be standing here for a while. Not too bad though, because it does mean that I will fill my copper up, hopefully. 1,000 years later. Finally, after a bit of waiting. No! Oh, damn. Okay, well, it took one of my shulker boxes, but I do have 2 of them. If I could get that back, thank you. This should cross off the final thing of our list. Now, just to get this into a vault, which I definitely have that vault. No, probably not. Get a few barrels made. I think 18 will be a good amount. Hopefully, do I already? No. Okay, let's press up some iron. My steam engine keeps breaking. Give it a bucket, and I already crafted up the vault, so let's just throw that in here and we should be able to get this running. Pretty sure I placed the schematic cannon, yep, out on this little dirt bridge. Don't want any of these boxes going where I don't want them. Everything should be loaded in now. And I guess all that's left to do is supply with some gunpowder. Or not. We should probably save the frogs. Why did I think it was a good idea to spawn one of them? That was pretty stupid. Because now I have to get him out of here alive. I don't think I ever used him. Okay. I think my best bet is going to be making a water pool, hooking him up to a lead, and then hopefully getting him over to the platform or land. Okay, I've got a lead. This is so dangerous. Okay, let's go, buddy. He's dead. The frog died. Okay. That went great. Yep, fantastic. Guess we'll just chop this stuff down. Maybe could have made it a little safer, but I was a little too lazy. I won't lie. Well, now it's cleared. Really sucks, however, that I lost that frog, as that was one of my only 2 that I had. So most frog lights are off the table now. But what is on the table is the island, where I, just as the grass edge above, took a bit of a different turn when designing it compared to the metal island. Instead, trying to make it rougher and give it a bit less texturing. I've turned the brightness up so that you can see it a little better. Actually, maybe we go out to the birch island here. Just look at it from the side a little bit. So much simpler on the texture compared to the metal island over there, where I've got some just darker spots with some deep slate, some tuff, and then I've got a few highlights with andesite, but most of it is covered in stone, unlike the other one. And for the shape-wise, I definitely like it more. I'm not sure if I like the texturing more on this one or that one, so you'll have to let me know down below which one you prefer. And also, if you do have any suggestions on how I can make even better floating islands, I'm all ears. I'm not too great at them, but with this in and our tree farms and our storage, I have a few components here on me and I want to hook everything up. Now this belt right here is going to be our input for regular woods, and then this shaft down here, which will go down in a diagonal, will be our input for strip blocks. My idea is to have a saw basically here, and then it's going to get items from this side, it's going to saw them, and it's going to drop down into the middle down here. But I was also going to feed them from down here, which, well, obviously isn't going to work. Okay, I've extended down this belt now, brought this out. These 2 blocks right here is where our strip blocks are going to come down. This chute right here is going to be an input for regular logs into the sawmill, along with this one right over here. Now, easiest would be to feed a belt into each one of these from this side and then split them with a tunnel over here, but that's not going to be possible as we need to access this belt in the middle. So instead of that, what we'll do is we'll extend it off from this side. We got a lot of space, we can work with it, and then we'll go out into the side and we'll make the change right over here. A little more expensive, but I mean, the farm works now. Bring those into together, and then we need 2 belts off of this right on this side. This is where we need a tunnel, which I didn't craft, so I'll have to fix that in the future. But then just gonna go ahead and extend ourselves down just a few blocks so that we have a little more room to work with. And technically, the further down we are, it doesn't really matter. It would save on belts because, well, obviously the edges around where the tree farms are, there's a lot of rock there, and it's gonna be annoying bringing the belts around. So if I were to be lower, I could just use chutes to access it all. Also, I think there's a zombie through that wall. This looks pretty good though. Let's just bring that. Now we need to do a few straight belts. and then smart shoots on top of this. This is one of the things I did in my first tree farm, where we're gonna have some threshold switches up at the barrels, and that's gonna activate and deactivate these shoots depending on if we do or don't need strip blocks. We'll set up the redstone links a little later. I just want to get the filters in for now. And obviously this needs to be complemented by yet another belt, because there's a lot of belts right now, which runs alongside on top of this. And this over here is, well, our input into the entire storage. Now we need to bring this one up to do all of this and into a belt right there. Yeah, okay. I think I've got it pretty much figured out, but I'm gonna have to wait to turn on the power to actually put the rotation in here, because I'm a little unsure on how everything goes. I mean, I can put in a few obvious spots like this, but up here and how I can use these chain drives, I'm not entirely sure just yet, so I'm gonna wait on it. Before we go ahead and actually build up the lumber mill, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to get everything spinning, make sure everything spins correctly, because this is going to be a very, very tight space after that. So that might help me out. Now, this is a very not SU heavy farm. Look it up to this belt right here. Maybe this one down here, because then that gives us a little more room. There's a rotation speed controller, which I do want to spin at, I think, well, we could probably spin it at 64. And it's gonna be spinning that way if I'm correct. I might want to work in some decorational element with some water wheels at the top, which could also add some extra SU if we need it for the saws later. But for now, this should definitely be enough for us to power the farm up, or well, all the belts that we currently have. I actually quite like the swamp watercolor. It's unique. I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, and everything is spinning the wrong direction here, so if we swap that around, I'm missing a few connections, but looks like most of the things that I've already hooked up is spinning the correct way at least. Missed a lot more connections than I thought. Now everything over that way spins the correct way. Brings us back over here where these belts are spinning the correct way. The gearbox is right here to make those spin, and no, not that. Now to connect this into the machine here. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be this easy, but maybe. Oh, it is. Wait, that's been the correct way. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. I'm just missing, I think, that. Oh, nice. Okay, that is actually very, very convenient. All of this spins the correct way up here, which means all of these fans should be spinning upwards. Those belts are going the correct way, and then down here I think we have one final belt just to hook up. There we go. Got that one too. And that should mean everything is hooked up. Ready for us to make the lumber... Oh boy, I'm inside of a belt. Ready for us to make the lumber mill here above now. And, well, actually get the farms working. Material gathering time then. Now that I'm starting to get a bit organized, hopefully this won't take as long. Since this is a lumber mill, I used a few different wood supplies, so I want to get that gathered up first of all. I had to cut down some trees and stuff, but this is what we currently have, a box full of goodies. Next up, I do, of course, need to add our sawmill function, so let's grab 2 mechanical saws and apparently get another box. Along with that, ooh, an electron tube. Nice, I will take that. I'm gonna need another 7. See, we should have some redstone at hand. Yes, don't bully me. I do need to finish organizing. Ooh, I do need those 2 in case fans. There we go. Stack of redstone, some quartz, and sandpaper. Craft that into our electron tubes, and of course I should have grabbed the rest of the redstone as well. Let's have a little more stone because I was running a little low. In the meantime, we can find our crafting table again, and we can craft up 24 redstone torches, I believe. That combined with our stone gives us a couple of comparators, and all that we should need is a few casings, giving ourselves a handful of threshold switches like I mentioned earlier. Before we continue with anything else, I probably should have fixed this at the start, but that's 11 copper blocks. I know words. And I'm hoping I have enough for, well, at least 9 more. Okay, yeah, we definitely do. I upgraded the rates of these farms between episodes because, well, they were so slow. So I upped my config to create a bit more copper and zinc for that matter. Because previously you only got 1 copper nugget every time, but now you get 3. The reason for this is because to get gold nuggets, when you're washing red sand, you get 3 12.5% of the time. But I was going off the iron one, which is gravel. And when you wash that, you only get 1. But obviously, it's a much lengthier process to make dripstone or tough. So decided to up the rates. Probably also gonna have to AFK that a little bit if I want to finish my tanks. Nonetheless, these needs to age down. Luckily, we only need them to go down 1 stage, but I'll just leave these out here and, well, they're already starting to oxidize. Hopefully, they should all be done when I'm done with all of the stone blocks, because that's pretty much all that we have left. First up for the stones is Deep Slate. Decided to use a few different variants of this in the build, putting our stone cutter through the races. I've already thrown some normal stone in the box and crafted up some Deep Slate blocks here. Next, then I've got some smooth stone cooking right over here. Before we craft a bit of andesite, that's not enough tough. Okay, we do have enough andesite. We need to save 32 right there, make 32 into walls. Need a few more stairs, some polished, and probably even more polished. Let's get some stairs as well, and we already have some slabs. Before we quickly scoop up our granite and tuff, I need to head over to one of the floating islands we have left, and I need to... Ouch, not faceplant, but I need to grab a rooted dirt. And this might be easier said than done, actually. Right, let me try this. This might not work, but we have a lot of it. That very much did work. Okay, good. Mission success. I've now added enough barrels and stuff all over the place here that I can pretty much just grab a little bit of tuff if I need it. I can head in here and grab a bit of granite. I will probably eventually set up farms for all of this, but future conundrums, okay? With this one piece of hanging roots that I just grabbed, I need to grab some dirt. We already have one rooted dirt. Okay, then we can just place that there. Get ourselves some bone meal. I did do a little bit more sorting, and I now have create components in my storage, but we should just be able to do this. And this is not the most efficient farm, maybe. Okay, that's pretty good. That now gives us a stack of hanging roots, which I've added a recipe. If I just throw some dirt in there, hanging roots over here, that's gonna mix together and create rooted dirt, a renewable source of rooted dirt. Because I had no way of getting it in this world, and also in my hardcore world, I can use this recipe to get even more rooted dirt so that I can actually use it without worrying about finding new azalea trees all the time. Crafted some polished granite and... Ooh, I don't think I have a stone bench. Wait, no, I must have one. I just don't know where I have one. Have I placed it? Is it here? Does it exist? It's probably... Oh, there it is. Let's just replace this table over here with one. Get that in so that we can get some cobalt. I've really been using the shipped stuff less and less, because when I made this pack, I was still using it a lot in my other series, but I've removed it from most of my worlds, and this is actually the only one I still play with it left. And it's nice and all, but it definitely gives you a few too many options here and there, and it can be a little annoying for your creativity, actually. Still waiting for the final bit of wax to come in, but I'm done waiting. I want to get to building now. You know, that's just the mood today, okay? The part I'd like to start with today, I need a bit of spruce, some dark oak, then also polished deep slate and spruce fence gates. This starts right here with some stairs, deep slate walls on either sides going into mangrove wood, so stairs in the middle, and then we bring out our spruce planks, which will be our main flooring, bringing it all the way over to the floor, or well, the main area. I'm not really sure, which I've gone ahead and marked out here in the bottom because, well, the building doesn't have a grass floor. Then on the edges over here, we're gonna do 3 of those, another deep slate wall, and that. Go out 1 on this edge because it's a little too close in my opinion. And we can add in a little more detail. On top of this, we'll go ahead with the deep slate walls again, and then we can get the fence gates in there for a railing. So this brings us into the patio of everything. Then grabbing some polished andesite, I'm just gonna go ahead and do an entrance right across from that, and then another one over in this corner. We'll do that too in as well, something like that to bring us into the factory. Continuing from this, let's go ahead and get our floor in. Why not? And this right here is why we went ahead and built everything below this before before we started building the actual structure because, well, as you can see, there's very, very little space down here now. So I'm glad to have all of those spinny bits in. Finishing it up right like this, and now we have our floors. Before we move on to our walls, let's grab a few logs. These are the ones I find match the best with barrels, and I just want to go ahead and add those in next to the barrels to kind of blend them into log piles. At the start, I wanted to use representative log piles for like all of the different boxes, but the barrels just stuck out way too much. Which, wait, technically I could have probably used some of the chipped barrel. There's not great options actually. I don't have too much mangrove wood, so I'm just supplementing a little bit of normal oak. Couldn't be bothered chopping down more trees, but that's fine. There we go. Okay, I do like this storage because it's very decorational. I have just realized though, I don't have any storage for saplings, sticks, apples, or anything like that. So, yeah, we'll fix that later. It's fine. It's fine. With our log piles in, let's extend up some walls. For our doorway here, then, I'd like to bring in some deep slate, and same right over here. We'll bring down a little roof awning on top of this one. Bring in some dark oak inside of that. This one can just get a super simple one like that, and then let's head up to the roof, shall we? Start ourselves up there with a gate, which we can use to get on top. Then we do some dark oak planks, which I want to lead into some spruce stairs with fence gates on the inside. On the inside of these stairs, let's just bring up some blocks instead, just to, you know, vary the shape a bit, and then we can fill in this inside here with some of our spruce. Though we have to leave some room for the common roof, so we'll just do that. And before anything else, dark oak right on top here as well with a log. I think, yes, I did bring a spruce button for the front. This should extend all the way back into that block. And this side over here, we should be able to expand this up and make these two roofs connect. But I actually think that that's, well, looking at the other side, it's gonna not work. So we'll do that, and now we can accept. There we go. I think it's time for a few details where I want to bring in some orange windows on this bit. I've used 2 block pallets so far. I want to bring in a third one over there eventually, but this one's gonna have blue compared to the orange over there, along with these here on the back. Front side right here, we already have a lot of fence gates, so how about we add in a few more just to give the window a little bit of shape, which, yeah, it's a lot of gates. Maybe switch those out for dark oak. Yeah, I'll see about that. Something I forgot to grab with me here is our... No, I do have the jungle trapdoors, but I did forget some levers. Let's see. Let's get these right here. Then we get more fence gates with jungle trapdoors on top of them. On these 2 are right here as well. Even more levers as, you know, a little more detail. And that is actually looking pretty good. Same details are in here on the back side. And I think it's time for our main roof. For this, I'm using a lot of deep slate that we gathered earlier, along with a new way to make the edges, using hoppers instead of stairs or fence gates. Of course, we also need a chimney to finish it all off. Waiting for some rain to pass. Also got some details out here in front, some more log piles, smaller ones, and also the levers. On the inside, however, it's looking a bit empty, and well, we'll fix that in a second. For now, what I want to do is add in one of our iron trapdoor lines, or industrial iron trapdoor, just across right here, not across right there. We're going to bring ourselves up 1 block and then go across with the 6 end rods that I gathered up, or had. Oh no, right, we have to place those on the right way, and then we can get the end rods running through the middle. We'll couple this with another one right over at this window, just to ensure that the entire space in here is lit up. Time to finish off the lumber mill's create components, or, well, for the most part at least. Get rid of those and get some fans in instead. Fix that up in just a second, but we should have enough chutes on me. Yes, I do. Bring those up 1 block. Makes sense you'd want to access this, so we'll bring that in, and then we'll bring up some mangrove logs on the corners. We do 1, we do 3 of those. 1, 2 in the middle here. Another 30, and then this corner. Before anything, I want to get this line of cogs in. These 2 are going to go up 2, as well as in 1 block. This then allows us to fill in our floor. Just like that. Leaving 2 holes in the middle. Ready for us to grab some sauce right here. And then I should have belts on me. Yes, I do. That and this over here leading into the sauce, which will then be dropped down onto that belt. I just gotta add in some walls down here and finish cooking it up. But we build sides right here. We'll bring up 4 blocks, then these in the middle, get her polished in. Wait, no, 3 blocks. Yeah, that's way too tall. Then we can extend these up 2 blocks on all of these, and we have enough walls. Wow. For our roof, I've got a bit of brick and some jungle. From the roof, and with just a few trapdoors here in the middle, just so that you don't accidentally fall into the hole or anything. That kind of finishes off this back porch area. This does mean that all of the functional parts of the lumber mill is done, however, so I think we get the wood farms up and running. I'm very eager to see if all of them works, because, well, they're all using the same design, and I've had issues in the past, but we'll see. I want to get like a stack of each sapling, and then make sure that I have over. I mean, that's 6, and that's enough. We need to stock up on dark oak. We have enough acacia. We need more oak, jungle, and we haven't even gotten cherry yet. Okay, cherry is definitely first on the agenda then. So I think this is the only tree left standing in this world. Well, that I haven't grown. Just take a few leaves off the top here, get a few saplings, and now we can grow some trees instead. Just gotta quickly drop in here, grab a few bones, and get to chopping leaves. Right, 8 stacks of saplings, and I did prep just a little bit because a few of these need a slightly different setup. Oh, wait, I gotta fill my water buckets too. There we go. Now we can actually spin them up as well. I need to add in the redstone links, but future conundrum. It's a future problem, okay? It's a future slam problem. I'm probably gonna forget and regret, but it's fine. Right, saplings right up here and in the box. Then place one stopped. Yeah, that's fine. And boom. Yeah, that looks like it's working. The reason that I have them spread out like this is because if there's a whole field of 2x2 trees, they can't decide which one to grow up, so they basically never grow. This one, I think, will be my oak. And then, well, it's normal. Finishing up the jungle one here. I haven't had any real incidences except the acacia sapling disappearing because I hadn't set the filters right. But now we get into the more interesting ones. Dark oak saplings. Let's do that. And then where is this? Nope, not there. Here? There we go. Boom. And then this should get us 2x2s. This should be a good dark oak farm. I'm really hoping. Okay, now comes the most interesting one. The mangrove one. I used a design that very much did not work last time, and I think it's gonna run out of propagules. So we might have to build a propagule farm in the future. But I'm hoping this one will work well until then. And fired up. This should plant 4 saplings. And I did extend it by 2 saws even, and we could extend it even more because, well, the mangrove roots, if one of these were to grow up, well, there we go. They can go pretty far out, and I want to make sure that it can actually get to them. But that looks like it's working, actually. Oh, this is great. This is okay. Oh, it looks so good to have wood farms up and running. Okay, added in a few extra stone pieces on all of them just so that no would grow right next to it. And nothing. Nothing. Why is there nothing? It's clearly working, although those aren't. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, this is not an issue. Nice. I forgot about that. V8 has not added a recipe for this. Okay, that's a lot of wood already. And now let's see. Okay, no cherry wood, obviously, but that's racking up. Oh, it's pretty fast. Okay. No birch wood either. That's a little odd. Well, with everything working now, I just gotta restock on my food supply. So this field's gotta be replanted, or well, actually, maybe we'll do a little more because, well, it can't hurt to have a bit of extra, and I don't have to do this as often. Yeah, 2 stacks of potatoes will do me fine for a while. There we go. Get in that. Maybe the design here behind me wasn't the smartest. That might be thinking, but it looks pretty snazzy. Yeah. Should probably swap the campfire out for the water because I use the campfire more than water. I've got 2 more things that I want to do to this island, and well, first one's definitely going to be fixing up the lumber mill. We're finalizing it. A bit more mangroves or dark oak. And there should be andesite somewhere here. Or maybe stone? Yeah, stone could work. Get this in there. And I gotta kind of get down here now. We'll just use some stone and get it down one more block. Ouch, ouch. These wall here on the inside. We'll just extend these up 3 blocks. Or not. Good thing I'm in a lumber mill. Then we should have a bit more wood left over. And I wanted to use a water wheel, a bearing, and some copper blocks. Bring some stripped spruce up on this. Mechanical bearing right here. We'll do mangrove wood through. Then this is where we bring the copper in as a big saw blade. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be doing anything, but it's going to look pretty cool. I think this looks pretty good. I'm not 100% sure, but we should get some walls in. Bring in some jungle stairs where I want to bring in some windows in just a little bit, and then we can extend up the walls with some oak planks. Spruce, bringing that up. And then I have oak wood, which I just want to bring up here at the top to finish it off. And maybe just a little more oak on top of that. For the windows themselves, grab some warp trapdoors and scaffolding, which I have on me already. Those in right here, and then the warp trapdoor just behind. Now we have to get some glue onto this, all the way in there. And click that. There we go. It's spinning pretty fast, and it's missing... What? Oh, I forgot to glue them. Oopsies. Whoop. Well, time to finish the building off with our final roof. Let's start with andesite. I want to build a similar one to the main one. And instead of our hoppers, I want to use some iron bars to bring ourselves upwards. We get a block in, and then, well, I guess go down the other side. Then some walls connecting that, and 2 more blocks. Already built up the other side, ready for us to, well, get this one in. Just using a mix of our stone blocks here to do that. And that finishes up the lumber mill itself. One thing I want to do before we finish off the foliage over here is fix this. Because, well, currently... this is where the pipe goes, and it's supposed to go to that hole over there, have some pumps, and well, the tanks are a little lackluster, aren't they? Now, I'm really hoping that we have enough copper. 162, that's actually a fair bit. Probably not enough tanks, but we will definitely have enough pipes. So just a little more waiting around here, and that should be good to go. Let's get one of these stacks pressed down for now. That should at least give us enough pipes. We could craft them all into pipes. I'm gonna craft a stack and see how far that gets us, and we should probably bring a crafting table with us, just in case I need a few more. All right, made it up to the pipe very graciously, and we'll continue this way. We've got to get there. Oh, past it. Up we go. A stack was actually pretty much spot on. Yeah, it was spot on. Cool. Which also means that we can press this 2 stack into sheets. And while that's working, we can craft up a few barrels. Turn that into a stack and 14 fluid tanks. Now I'm going to go on a limb and say that the XP tank is a little more important, because currently I can't access my XP storage because it's all not connected. And we need it to go up here. Obviously, this is also coming along pretty nicely, and well, it will actually work. And I mean, we could just shave up the top layer and got it done. Might just do that, actually. Cool. Nice. We nearly are like perfect amount then. Now all we gotta do is hook up some pumps underneath. And I have been playing in this world with pump length, or like how long it can pump blocks, set to a couple of 100 blocks, just to try out how it is, because I played like that in Beardstone's world, and it's actually pretty refreshing. So I think if we actually go right over here, if we can get up, oh, okay, we can get up on this, we break you, place a pump right there, flip the direction of that, and just do that. I reckon we might get lava from that. Oh, yeah, we definitely are. And I think I've not turned the valve off now that I'm looking at it. Nope, the valve is definitely on. Oh, okay. That means that the train thing is working. Nice. And this should start filling up. It should have, yeah, 19 buckets. Actually makes a lot of sense. Cool. Okay, that's really nice to have. And then if ever need a lava bucket or something, we can go in here and grab it from this belt. For the final details, I first of all want to add in some paths, and some earthy tones for that feels like it would fit. So making some more rooted dirt and crafting a bit of packed mud. Then the first segment of path I want to work on is connecting the front of the lumber mill to the sawmill at the back. I want this to be the widest part of the path, as I see this one being walked on the most. Then for maintenance of the tree farms, I think adding paths leading to all of those is a smart decision. Bit more sporadic placement for this one and a lot slimmer, but they're still paths. Back over on the main island now to quickly harvest some acacia leaves to use for foliage. I want to use this together with mangrove roots to create a ton of bushes all around the wood island. Now this is starting to go somewhere, as it's adding a bit more to what was and is still a very barren island. However, this covering the entire surface might get a bit repetitive, so I want to bring in a field to break it up a bit. It's totally not because I'm out of wheat and want another place where it can grow. No, definitely not. With a sample built now, it's time to get to work continuing to add foliage all over the place. I decided to also add a few log piles on the backside, again mainly to break the foliage up and create something a bit more interesting. With a final layer of grass, the foliage of this build is complete. Island is definitely starting to get there. I've had a bit more thought about it, and I definitely think I'll be expanding this island back out further, just like the metal island, the main island, and everything. I kind of just realized that I'm probably not gonna end this island off here because, well, I want some height variations. I want a few different things. I need more space. I might also turn this island into the farming island that I'm gonna build in the future. Well, I guess the farming wood island. Yeah, it makes sense. But before we do finish it off, we have a slight issue, and that's this. Items kind of just end up here now. So I want to just make a quick little system that turns any excess wood into charcoal and stores some stick apples and other things, I guess, which are mangrove roots. Yes, mangrove roots. Now I'm really hoping I have an extra... No. Oh, I have an extra precision mechanism. Grab together just a few things, and I hope this should be enough. Oh, no, wait, no, I need a fan. Should have a fan, actually. Or not. I guess I'm wrong. Also, can't hurt with some components. I guess I hadn't thought about everything. There we go. And then we need a lava bucket, which should be as simple as putting that in there. Nice. That's nice. I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first of all, bring out a funnel. That's going to go into a regular chest. We'll do one. That's fine. This is going to have a threshold switch so that it has a jumping mechanism, which could be out this side. Although actually we'll just leave that empty. Then let's do 3 chests right here. I'm just gonna kind of wing this and see where it goes. Input. Apples for whenever I need that. Sticks, not that I use them too often, but you know, good to have. And roots, because, well, roots are kind of nice to decorate with, actually. Put the filters on there. Then this is going to become our depot. Okay, I gotta think where I want the output of charcoal. Say we enter the shed from here, and we could have output on this side. Smart shoot there. Fan here. But it would make it really tall. Or, well, it'd make it that tall, which is a little too tall. Okay, we swap it around. Flip it around. We got that there. I guess we can do more copycat panels, technically. And then our lava bucket. Nope, not up there. Nope, not up there. Let's see. Whoop, there. That smelts it. Gets it over there. Should be good. Let's see. If we drop an item in up here. What? Oh, right. I'm smart. Hold up. Let me grab some logs instead. Yes, that works. What if I drop another item now? A stack. Good. Cool. Now with our arm in and the fan spinning, this little system, I hope it works. It should work. I just need to add in the overflow switch and everything. But that should deposit everything nicely. Logs get put in there, maybe. I have a stack of logs right here. That's going to get put up there, which I pick up instantly. Good job, Stamp. That's going to turn into charcoal eventually. And, ooh, right, the moss as well. I guess we can add it in with the apples. Why not? Need to actually get my hands on an actual moss block, because I was so confused earlier trying to figure out where my moss was, but I'd gotten every single piece of moss carpet from mango trees. Now to cover this, I'm gonna start off with just spruce trapdoors, and I'm just gonna go around the entire thing. I don't want to make this something super special. It's something little jank maybe that they just kind of slapped on the building. Just a little shed here on the back side is what I'm thinking. Then I've got some jungle trapdoors. Since we've already used that for a roof, I'm thinking that's what we do again. And I don't think this little shed will be winning any pretty contests, but it will do what it needs to do. Nice little shed. That will eventually be a door. Add in some more trapdoors up here. Then maybe, just maybe, swap some of these out for oak trapdoors. Just to, you know, give some air to the building, perhaps. I mean, it doesn't hurt. And makes it look a little more interesting. Floor in here has to be swapped out as well for some coarse dirt. Then I should also probably set up a filter on this thing, saying to only allow the items that we are actually storing. A door on this, actually, with a little bit of a pathway, and dare I say, that's pretty much the lumber island complete. Although, it wouldn't hurt with just a little more vegetation out here. Nothing too special, just a few little things spotted around just to fill the area. And it's a very lush island. I wanted to add in some trees, but there were no good spots, as well the tree farms would kind of break them, which sucks, but I'm pretty happy with the foliage we did manage to add in here. But that is it for me today, and thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have any suggestions on what I should add to this island when I am expanding it, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.